trap right here, and I'm worried for him a little bit. It's going to be difficult to navigate through all these guys, but Cutie Pie, if you do it, then props to you. We are here into the game. Freak and Kobe bringing you the 4th game here of the day, day 2 of week 2. 2 + 2 = 4. I don't know where that came from, but the red team is Dignitas, the blue team is Curse, and we are underway.
That came from your first grade math school. But yeah, we've got the bottom lanes here. I'm going to talk about here Cop and Edward looking for Cutie Pie. And this is really where the mind games come in for 3.8, because Ezreal and Leona definitely want to go up against Blitzcrank. Wow, this is so close right here. Can we get the pull?
Scarra spotted for it. They pull up, but it's Voyboy that they grab. He taunts the team and starts ghosting around. Now, can he get away from everyone else? Edward actually primed a stun here. Cutie Pie looks around in the shadows, but he's not going to jump into this one too much. Curse still trying to put control over the brush. Looks like they do okay. The ward goes down, and they're going to get some vision.
So this bush right here that Curse was standing in is a very common bush for teams to set up traps like that. And that was this Patoy going with the pull there, trying to grab somebody. Was rewarded with 1 summoner off of Voyboy. Luckily for Voyboy, he's gone Ghost instead of Flash, and so the cooldown is much, much shorter on the Ghost than it is for Flash. 40 seconds shorter.
Indeed, so only just under 3 minutes left on that one. Actually, an early vision ward coming down as well from Dignitas, so they wanted to black out some of the river vision from the Curse lineup. Problem is, they didn't actually reveal any wards with that, but it does allow them to start the push. We said Blitz might mean a whole lot more in this new jungle. They've got a lot of vision pressure here over near the blue buff.
Yeah, and that's so annoying as a jungler when the other team has Blitzcrank and they get the vision advantage around your blue, because Blitzcrank can just pull that over even after you start your blue, and they can steal this one away. They don't even need Crumbs to be there, but he's there for good measure. Going to steal away 1 buff, and we'll have to see if St. Vicious actually has an answer for this and goes to counter invade, or if he just continues to farm, because they didn't have any vision of the steal that went on.
Yeah, he doesn't know about it at all. He actually was there. He soloed his own red buff as Cop and Edward did the double golem, so Saint burned his own smite. I don't think he'll be able to invade without a smite up for himself, so he's just taking his early experience.
Wow, he roams back here, and Scarra doing some scouting for Crumbs. They are going to actually see Saint.
Saint's going to look for a little something there. That takes a lot of hate spikes into the back. Will he keep chasing down onto Scarra? And he's not getting a lot from the pressure. Spots Crumbs out. It actually does stop the man from pushing for this. Of course, Curse has more guys bottom.
Saint actually got way more out of that pressure because Jackie was free farming middle. Scar was not over there getting any CS. You can see 10 to 5 already. Rewarded with the blue buff because of the duo lane bottom. You automatically have the upper hand.
Really impressive there by Curse then to say, look, no smite, but that's fine. We have champions, and that means more than smite in general. So, good opening here. Curse, you're seeing the mid lane duel right here. Jackie versus Scarra. I guess at 6 Scarra can start fighting it, but until then, I feel like these guys are going to farm a whole bunch.
Yeah, that's just going to be boring. We won't talk about the mid lane. Let's talk about this top lane. Top lane's coming in. No vision here. Crumbs is already getting into position for a 3-minute, 30-second tower dive, and there's the pull.
There's the pull. He's going to get taunted as well, though, and it's right now Patoy with turret aggro is going to jump out just in time, and the pressure is there. Void's going to fall down. The flashback from Crumbs, he will actually fall down. Void gets a kill back. The red buff is gone, but a big gold lead here for Dignitas.
So the double buffs are down for Dignitas, but Voyboy doesn't get them because he was actually a ghost when they got that kill. So, successful first blood. Kiwi Kid now in trouble as well.
And Cop's going to try to chase this one down. Flashes for it. One more auto to go. The flash comes out from Kiwi. The acceleration gate. Can Cop land the Q? He's going to try. Kiwi switches forms. The Q comes across. Oh, he almost juked into it.
It only takes 10 seconds to get out of combat. Kiwi Kid can go for the...
Oh, nice job by Cop. Arcane shift into the Q, lands a skill shot there. 2 for 1 Curse.
Yeah, he was going to go for another execute like he had on his Twisted Fate yesterday, but not quite quick enough. Good job by Cop chasing that one down. I'm sure that we just barely avoided another Edward facepalm.
You know what he said in the video was, guys, I'm here too. Oh my god, it's Edward. Hey, I'm getting the kill. Better check yourself, guys. So now Crumbs has to pick up the Crumbs of bottom lane as his laner is gone, and Cop and Edward keep pushing this one out. Of course, Lisa doesn't get to do much against these guys.
Yeah, Crumbs is trying to make sure no CS goes to waste over here, and they are going to actually slow Edward here, but they don't have a good follow-up, so nice disengage.
Lands the stun, walks back, not too bad. Crumbs is going to keep pressure on this turret, though. I'm actually curious to see where these guys still end up going with this one, because Crumbs has been spotted out. Curse knows exactly where that jungler is. They can actually send their own. They can send St. Vicious wherever they want. He can make moves anywhere, but he's actually just farming right now and kind of waiting around the bottom side.
And Curse are happy to just farm because of all the globals that they picked. Jackie's almost level 6 here, so if Skara goes to roam, like Eve's always looked to do from the mid lane, once he hits level 6, Jackie will at least be able to add his Requiem no matter where Skara goes to roam.
So a lot of global pressure again, very, very scary. Let's actually take a look at the levels so far. Now, Voyboy is only level 3, very close to 4. He's like 2 minion kills away, and there is level 4. Now, St. Vicious has been farming as well, and he is on the low side of 5, making his way up there. He's got a little bit more to go till he gets his global, but Jackie is 5.5 in the solo lane. So the globals, at least one of them is coming up soon. The other two still have a bit to go.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty soon for those. And Saint is ahead of Voyboy in levels because he got the high experience targets in the jungle and then went and got lane experience on top of that too. So he's got like the supercharged jungle here. And it is actually going to be Skara with the first 6. So Jackie can CS from afar and won't really have to worry about the all-in until the gank does come from Crumbs.
And Skara actually rushed a Negatron Cloak first item, so I don't even know if he is trying to fight Jackie so much. He's certainly not trying to burst him out, maybe play the long game here, but Skara really does not want to die to magic damage here.
Interesting defensive start there from Skara. He might actually not even try and roam like you're talking about because it would be so easily punished by Curse's composition. Looks like, though, Dignitas going with that switch bottom. So they've had enough of the top lane here. And since they got the edge, they actually want to go back 2 versus 2.
Oh, they've got the Draven. Why the heck not? So 2v2 battle in the bottom lane. Certainly Skara, he's actually doing a good job. He uses the W whenever Wall of Pain finally hits him. Wall of Pain will only apply once. So once it hits you, you can break out of that slow. Oh, one of the nice effects of the Evelyn dash right there. So some cool little moves you're seeing from Skara, but this 2v2 lane is going to be the interesting one because this is the one where Cutie Pie is like, dude, I'm Draven, I'm going to show you how it's done, Cop. I want to take you down here, and Skara, he is going to roam on down. Pink wards were already down for Dignitas. This is blind here.
And we do have a BF sword start from Cutie Pie. That's the reason that they're winning down here bottom so much. Draven can trade with Ezreal so easily that with that BF sword that there's really not an answer for Cop right now. He has to play passive. They talked about Cop being known for a passive player, and Edward actually goes in for the stun.
He wants to go in, lands down on Cutie Pie, and there comes the Nocturne as well. Can they get the damage on a Draven? Yes, they will. Void even shows up to make sure it happens, and now Patoy's going to be forced to flash over the wall to escape. Void dashes, but not going to get much out of it. Dragon, though, should be theirs.
And there's the global combos that we talked about. Both Nocturne and Shen popping their long cooldowns, but definitely worth it because they got the kill, and now they're going to get the Dragon. Probably have to trade it for top turret, though.
I'm not quite sure why Jackie actually Requiem. No one was really all that close to dead on the Dignitas side.
Yeah.
Unless it was stopping a recall or something. But Crumbs and Kiwi Kid will respond to the Dragon take and say, thank you very much. I'm going to take Shen's turret for leaving his lane.
So it was an even trade there with Dragon. Curse kind of had to get that Dragon because of the commitment by Voyboy and St. Vicious bottom. Dignitas knew that there was nobody top going to defend it, and so you kind of just want to trade that global gold there. Jackie, I feel like, just wanted to be part of the crew, saw everyone else using their globals, and wanted to be on the same cooldown.
And one thing I also want to point out, yes, exactly. There, it's gonna make it nice for him. It's gonna make it nice for him.
Easy on the timers.
Yeah, there you go, guys. And of course, Dragon's just about 3 minutes after that, so you can keep up with this one. But the one adaptation I kind of wanted to bring up about Curse, though, was it just timed out now, but they had a vision ward in the lower river that actually saw Skara go down, and then saw him come back and leave bottom lane. And they're like, oh, we know it's a 3v2 now, we can dive you guys. I thought that was a cool move. They managed to play around the Evelyn stealth pretty well.
Yeah, it's definitely a key when you're going up against Evelyn. Generally, it would even be easier to have those pink wards in middle so you would know which way she went, top or bottom. But since Edward did his job there, then they had vision. And St. Vicious coming for a repeat gank down bottom. This time he doesn't have his ultimate, but he can get into position here.
He's standing on a ward, though, is the problem, and you just saw, like, Dignitas hightailed it out of there, and they're like, no, we're good. And
perfect
like,
sound effects from that Blitzcrank, just burning out.
That was a bit loud, sorry about that.
Good recreation right there.
Hey, man, you did that impression, I'm going to do Blitzcrank, all right? We're not going to be the sound effects duo. Are you okay with that, Kobe?
I'm all in. I don't think
right.
I have a choice with this one.
Okay, so I'm a cutie pie. Throwing the axes down there into the lane, putting damage to those poor little minions who actually don't have sounds for themselves. They just cry in silence as they get slaughtered for gold. A little morbid. I'm sorry about that. Guys, it's going to be a happy time. League of Legends is fun. Draven is happy. He's throwing axes at people. He's picking up the gold. He's going to like that a little bit. And Dignitas keeps shoving down to this bottom lane as Crumbs is looking for a little action.
Ooh, so is Edward. He goes in with a double stun.
And the burst onto Cutie Pie is massive. Crumbs, can you show up in time? Puts the shield down. Patoy, can you get the pain you need? Flash kick onto Edward. Can he get out? No, he cannot. I mean, Cutie Pie gets the kill onto that one. And that is a good setup for Dignitas.
Yeah, I feel bad for Edward right there. It was a really good play. They would have had that if it was 2 versus 2, but Crumbs shows up just in time. Nice move to save the day there.
And the turret pressure is still on for these guys as well. Yeah, okay, there were some kills. Yeah, there was a dragon, but Dignitas about to go 2-0 on turrets. This is a very good adaptation by these guys. Down in dragon, down in kills, still winning the game.
And being in the lead with turrets is so key against the global comp like this. It really takes away a lot of the threat that Curse are relying on. So great job there by Dignitas, able to answer. The next thing that... Oh, St. Vicious going way too close. He wanted to stop them.
He's going to go for the Shen ult as well. The globals are here, but they're going to kill Saint before Shen can arrive. And the damage from Requiem is just not enough there. Yep, the timers were all the same. Kiwi Kid, though, in a duel with Void, I think he went a little bit hard to stop that Void ultimate. Maybe took some turret damage. The Requiem certainly helped. The Void gets the 1.5v1 kill.
All right, so we don't have to rag on St. Vicious too hard there. At least it was a trade, because that was definitely Kiwi Kid jumping in on Void Boy there and paying for that with his life. But wow, this is not solo queue. If people are blue pilling in LCS match, they're still looking at their character. They're not just looking at the item shop, and you can't imagine that they're just going to let you walk up and stop them.
And indeed, so because of the kill in the bottom lane, though, Curse are going to take advantage of that stuff. Jackie grabs his blue buff, pretty easy for him there, pulsing the Defile for a bit of extra DPS, but the bottom turret has been under siege by Cop and Edward. That turret is very low on health, and that's going to be a pretty easy objective for these guys.
Yeah,
later.
and Scar is flanking down. Without that outer turret for Curse, Cop and Edward have no choice but to come back here and just do the double golems.
So when those globals are on cooldown, they've got to realize we're on the back foot. We can't help you. Be aware of the invisible ganker. And Scar is actually zoning Jackie from invisibility and preventing him. Okay, he's going to go for last hits here, but look how far Jackie's playing, knowing Scar could be around.
And Jackie should definitely be playing defensive like this. He does have his blue buff, and he's gone so squishy with this ramping up build that we see from so many Karthus and so many Rise players, with the tier into Catalyst that will probably be a Rod of Ages, that at this point in the game, he's at his weakest point. He did not buy any power right now. He's banking for later on.
So only 32 AP on him, getting a bunch of mana. Cutie Pie and Edward, they're going to be right here. Edward's going to look for a little bit of pressure on Cutie Pie. The flash coming out. Draven was not going to like being stunned. Saint's still coming through, though. Of course, no flash here. Puts a spell shield on, just going for Cutie Pie. So much burst coming across, and Cutie Pie falls down. Edward, the true carry he is, takes the kill.
Yeah, so the successful gank down bottom, but that means that 3 members of Dignitas had free harass on Jackie. They blew his flash, but since there was no minion wave at the turret any longer, they couldn't continue the chase, and they're just going to have to try and take it down.
So a new minion wave does show up for them, and no one from Curse is ready to respond to this. So look at the pressure by these guys. That turret's going to fall over. Good pickup here, Dignitas. Taking their 3rd turret. All other turrets are already gone, 13.5 minutes in.
Great job by them neutralizing. So now they need to set up for the next dragon. The timer is going to be at about 30 seconds here, and both teams actually really want to contest this one. The ultimate from St. Vicious is going to come up a little bit before Voidboy and Jackie, but they should be in position for this dragon once it spawns.
18 seconds to go. Void, his ultimate cooldown is 28, so the team either buys 13 seconds or sends him there by foot. That's going to be the Curse play right here. Void still pressuring Kiwi Kid, and Kiwi Kid's low on mana too.
Yes, but Voidboy, if he does want to enter the battle, even if once his standing die does come off cooldown, have to watch his distance from Kiwi Kid, because Jace can jump on you and knock back to interrupt.
Right now, though, Kiwi is recalling. He seems to kind of know that Dragon's on the table. Cutie Pie is on the top side of the map, though. So Dignitas are not really forcing it down right now, or even contesting that location on the map. But Curse are happy to say, yeah, your guys are far away. We're not going to press the issue right now. They're pushing for the bottom lane right now.
So they have bought enough time to have the triple globals up for Curse, but since Voyboy is getting free hits on the turret, they don't have to force this dragon right now. All they have to do is delay, and that split pushing Shen will gain them free objectives and free gold.
And the free gold might still just keep coming on in. Crumbs and the rest of Dignitas are looking for something to force down. They have sent Jace to the bottom side of the map. Void, of course, being left alone completely.
This means that Dignitas are committing to this dragon fight. By giving up that top lane to Voyboy for free, they have to make something happen right now.
And that turret's going to go down no matter what here. That will be the first turret kill for Curse. The moves are starting to be made, and Dig and the rest of Dignitas are now going for Dragon. The team is around, though. 5v5 could happen at any time.
This is going to be all the cooldowns in action. Here goes St. Vicious.
Just diving in on Cutie Pie. Can they get the damage they need? The Ezreal comes by as well. Jackie trying to rejoin the fight. And there's a beautiful ult coming in from Edward. The team is going to chase on down. Cop picks up one. Crumb runs to the left. The rest of Dignitas running back, but there comes Requiem. Will it be enough? Scar falls down. Kiwi Kid not much health. Patoy's gonna, no! Patoy wins the duel under the turret. Thank you, turret. Patoy's gonna get that one, but a huge team fight, 3-1 for Curse.
St. Vicious goes down there all by himself. They are gonna answer with this turret, barely though, and it's gonna be the 4 members of Curse that don't have Smite going for the dragon. So unless Patoy makes some crazy decision to return and go for a grab steal, he's gonna recall right here.
No, Patoy went for the execute, realized no one was chasing him, and said, I'll just go for the recall then. It's what? Oh! Oh, that was so close. That was a really good read by Kiwi Kid. Or not Kiwi Kid, by Cutie Pie, I should say. Nearly got the steal, and Jack, hold on. All right, we're clear.
Take a deep breath there. Yeah, I forgot about the steal potential there from Draven. Good job by Cutie Pie throwing his ult in there. Very close. No Smite was available, but Jackie's able to get it done.
No Howling Gale. If it was Howling Gale, he would have gotten it.
That's even scarier than Smite now.
Oh yeah, dude, 135 damage? Magic reduced by resists? Can't mess with that, dude. Love Water knows what's up. All right, so back into the game, though. The Dragon, of course, did go Curse's way, and they found a way to equalize the globals here. 2 turrets and a Dragon picked up recently. Satan and Scar are finding each other right here. Spell Shield comes across, but Toy's coming to rejoin the fight, though. 2v2, make that 3v2. They're going to chase down onto Edward. Crumbs make that 4v2. Edward getting knocked into the air. Can they get the damage they need? Yes, they can. Crumbs gets the kill credit, and just in time for Golden Buff.
And this is the window where Dignitas have to go aggressive, because the global cooldowns that Curse rely on are all down from the last fight. So this is the window. They get this window after every time Curse seems to win a battle. Instead of going defensive, Dignitas need to go offensive in that time.
It's something we've seen a lot of teams that will lose a fight and then do something like aggressive off of losing the fight, just over and over again. And this time it's around the large cooldowns that Curse has to work with. Scar a little dangerous where he is right there, but he's going to make it back. So we're going to, we talk a lot about waves. We talk about minion waves. We talk about, if they're pushing on turrets, what teams can do when you're on your side or the opponent's side of the map. But now we've got another real big swingy thing in the game, and that is these big ultimate cooldowns. I know you talked about it a little bit before, but it's really the state we're in here where you've got to look not only at where you are in the map, but these little bars on the left-hand side are my ultimates available.
Exactly. So it's a little counterintuitive for people, because after you just see Curse win a big fight, you think that Dignitas are going to be more passive now, and they're going to lick their wounds. But it's just the opposite. You have to go extremely aggressive, because you need to keep track of these very long global timers, which is the trade-off here. Edward going in.
The CC combo. Scar's not going to like this one very much. Pops the ult down, gets a huge shield out of it, but here comes Jackie. Flash comes across from Scar. The other team just flashes after him. Satan gets the kill credit. 2, 2, and 4.
Good job right there, and they didn't have to burn the Requiem. The choice was 2 flashes, actually, Jackie and Saint burning them, but they kept up the Requiem, which means their team fight is still really, really dangerous, but the person not with the team is Cop, and he does not have the global.
Oh, this could be a little bit rough. 3 versus 3 right here. The initiative comes in, a little bit of damage onto Voyboy. Silence comes back as well. Edward and Crumbs have joined the fray, and there's the taunt in. Kiwi Kid, the force of aggression right here, taking so much pain. He will go down, but they trade it back. A great hook by Patoy makes Karthus fall over, but there is the Requiem that they saved that will make Crumbs die out. Double kill here for St. Vicious.
That was a 4vs4, but killing Karthus first. Jackie's still able to get off his Requiem, and they come out with a W there. Cop able to split push that whole time. This is like CLG reminiscent. We talked about them using the TSM comp. Now they're having their AD carry split push and try and get Cop fed. He's not. They haven't been doing that all game, so he's not up to the level that we see the scary double lift always is. But it's definitely going to be some nice money in the bank for them, plus the free turret.
And heck, speaking of double lift, he's going for that double lift-ish blue Ezreal build because he went for the Bloodthirster early on, then the tier and the rest of the items here. So Cop making his own sort of choices here in the build, and you know, he's 2-0-4. He's certainly making a name for himself in this game.
And Voyboy does get a little caught here by Cutie Pie. He's going to go hard right now, turns back for the axe,
and there we
first
go.
speed.
Red buff is on. He keeps turning back and just says, you know, I can't put enough damage onto Voy. You talked about how, man, we're going to see a lot of armor from this team because it's all physical damage. The guy has Sunfire Cape and most Aranduins. He couldn't even break the shield with a spinning axe.
Yeah, Voyboy definitely going to go full armor this time, not only because of the team composition, but because he's going to be the one in there with St. Vicious doing the dives. So he'll probably be having that turret aggro. Either him or Saint going to be the focal points here to start everything off for Curse.
So Curse going to look to start more aggression. Not just yet. Saint has a few more seconds on the ultimate cooldown, 33 to be specific. Jackie's got a lot more. Actually, this time around, the ultimates are actually out of sync. The globals are in very different timers. Voy's up, Saint soon. Jackie's got a long way to go.
And it actually shows in the last team fight how beneficial it was to stagger those ultimates, because then they always had an answer for the next few minutes and cover the cooldown of each other's ultimates. But what I really want to point out right now is that Edward not picking up the oracles. Instead, they've been buying so many pink wards, because pink wards, not only can you get vision and clear out your opponent's wards, but they serve as little patches on the map where you can catch an Evelynn. Just leaving random pink wards around will sometimes give you that edge in the fight where you can catch Scar off guard randomly because he thinks he's invisible and he thinks he can freely scout. It's one of the sort of side bonuses of actually playing against the Evelynn and buying so many pink wards.
Oh, really good moves there, and of course Curse going to keep their pressure forward. Dig got 3 early turret kills, but Curse have answered 5 right here, and that's a really good pickup there. The mid turret finally falling down. Scar getting caught up by Voyboy. The damage is coming across. Scar is going to keep trying to run the hate spike, giving him movement speed, and the W as well. He gets the heck out of there.
Yeah, Scar is going to be able to get out of that one scot-free. And since, by the way, just a little interesting note, Scar has got enough flat penetration from his build, since Voyboy's ignored magic resist, he can almost do true damage to Voyboy.
He absolutely does. So
got 6 left over.
6 left over. All right. Actually, yeah. Oh man, just brutal things right here. So let's see where they end up moving on next. The team, it's Voyboy is still in the split push. Like, without buying any MR, he's still really not afraid of Skara here. Actually has decent vision, but he's not making his way in too terribly hard. Saint's going to get spotted out by Crumbs, puts the Fear Tether down. Crumbs forced to disengage. But Dig, they've not found a fight on their terms in a while.
Yeah, so it actually is true damage. There's the extra Abyssal Scepter I didn't call out. Here goes Saint. He's pulling on the Darkness, and they reinitiate.
Dives in onto Cutie Pie. The ultimate on from the Leona, and the battle has begun. Cutie Pie is safe on the backlines. Cubic Kid forced to flash away, and the engage now comes onto Skara and Patoy. They're both going to fall down, but they've traded back there onto Nijaki. The Requiem comes across. The rest of Dignitas. Oh, no, Cubic Kid actually will die from that. So a 3-for-1 again for Curse. They're probably not done with this.
No, they have control of the map right now, and the pings right now are going on Baron. It looks like they'll focus this one. The small ray of hope for Dignitas is that Crumbs is still up. Lee Sin, one of the better champions at stealing Baron, but it's going to be really dangerous. So dangerous that he recalls all the way to base.
And Curse, they have complete ward control over Baron. Dignitas has both sides of the river warded, but not the Baron
They know they're
itself.
in there, but they can't see the health, so probably going to be a free Baron here for Curse.
All right, where's the Miraculous Draven ultimate? Not up, actually. Not really a chance here. They're not even going to try. Curse does take the Baron down with 3 people, and of course the rest of the team's still alive. So 5 Baron buffs and a lot of control here for the Curse lineup.
And we talked about after Curse usually wins one of these giant team fights and uses all of their really long cooldowns, then it's Dignitas' time to go aggressive. But if they're rewarded with a Baron after the team fight, Dignitas can't answer in the same fashion. And so this Baron is really going to shore up the weakness of this Curse team and the long cooldowns that they have.
Beautiful stuff by these guys. Of course, we do have to wait for the globals, but as we said, Baron buff means more than cooldowns. Screw it, just have more stats than people and you're going to be okay. And now I want to see where the power is going for these guys. Who's really being the big carry? Because the teams are well coordinated, right? Cursor are diving in and kind of hitting the whole team together and blowing them all up in unison. And you kind of see that in the scoreboard. They've all got a huge number of assists. Every member of Curse is always involved in these big slugfest team fights. They're all kind of taking it together as a big team. Whereas you look at Dignitas and it's like, it's kind of like in Cutie Pie We Trust. He has 5 of his team's 7 kills. He's got a whole boatload of items, and it's kind of on him, he said it in the interview, to carry the team back out.
Exactly. It's Crumbs is the only one with his hand in every kill, and that's because he's the jungler. He's that mobile Lee Sin. Whereas Curse, they've got all these globals. They can all join those fights, and they've done such a good job of not only using the globals, but also forcing Dignitas to group up in small alleyways to make use of the AoE that Curse are packing.
So beautiful stuff. This team composition very, very strong. We've seen Curse use those globals so very well. Dignitas right now forced to defend against the Baron buff. 5 turrets to 3. None have actually been picked up since Baron went down. And that's actually only down to 2 minutes left. And they're just doing the same. It's like they picked up Baron and then forgot that it happened because Curse, they're just doing the same old split push again.
And what Dignitas are sort of planning for their defense at this point is trying to just keep Curse at bay until there's an overcommitment from St. Vicious or someone else on Curse, and they have tower aggro on them because they need that extra damage coming through.
They're actually doing a lot to Saint. It's actually going to be on him. The Shen ult comes on, and Saint's going to have to actually re-engage the team. They're going to wait for the shield to time out, but there might come the engage. Nocturne ult is burned. They will not dive in, though. Curse burned 2 ultimates. Dignitas actually burned 0. They might have a bit of a cooldown lead here.
Yeah, that paranoia did scare Dignitas off of their turret, but there's no minion wave, so Curse didn't actually get it down. They're trying to overcommit for this one. Scar goes in.
The dive is in on a Jackie, pulling him into turret range. Scar taking so much punishment. He's got to get out before the Requiem takes him out because the Defile is on, and Dignitas about to lose all of their health bars. Look at the kills come across. Cutie Pie and Patoy, the only ones alive. Triple kill coming through for Jackie. That Requiem really hurting.
And that was about as good as Dignitas can hope for. Fighting under the turrets, they had the extra turret help taking out Jackie, but still only managed to go 3 for 2 there, and Curse are going to walk this one into the inhibitor turret.
And think about it, Crumb still has not finished the Runic Bulwark. The MR just not there for these guys. Voyboy pushing in this inhibitor turret. Gets the taunt on a Cutie Pie, and Cop shows up as well. Pulls in on a Cop, and Cutie Pie's going to go all in for Ezreal. The barrier comes across, it's not going to be enough damage. Now Patoy forced to run, takes a bunch of pain. Cop, he's going to pick it up. That is an ace picked up, but the respawns are coming in right now.
Hi guys, I'm here too.
Yeah.
Cop getting another kill there. And you're right, there's no answer for Dignitas for the fed Karthus. Jackie has guaranteed damage right now that they can't avoid, and he's just too fed with adding that death cap on, and he's also got an elixir of brilliance. Once he pops that, he'll have over 600 AP.
Oh my gosh, that's a damaging guy. That's a guy that you really don't want to have to fight against.
Would you say he does
tons of damage? He's got the wrong guidance for it, but I'll give it to him this time around. He's doing good stuff. So Jackie making a lot of things happen. 631 of that ability power, and he is on his own split push duty here. Can't teleport with his global, but at the very least can kill off minions and then help by singing.
Help by singing. Oh, that's the best way to help, I believe.
Yeah.
He has the perfect voice for it. Wouldn't you agree?
I definitely do. It's raspy and glorious. It is it's like the most metal thing I can think of. Just by singing, people start to die. Isn't that great?
They're going to actually have to do some damage to get people dead here, and Curse are definitely in the position to do it, though. They're taking their time. Everybody has gone back to purchase, so they're packing some new weapons, and with that side inhibitor down, they've really got just the run-of-the-mill here. They can choose to go wherever they want on this map. If they went topside, it would be farthest away, and they could easily shove in those side lanes. You know, the side lanes being down are actually more potent than the middle one being down because that line of super minions can take a Nexus turret by themselves.
And I don't think Dignitas wants that to happen, so they've got to choose their battles wisely and choose their engagements even better. 1 minute 55 on Dragon, 148 on Baron. So the global objective's coming up in just about a minute and a half right here. That might be the next big point. Certainly Curse has a big gold lead, but they just might wait for Baron or Dragon to get a fight not under the enemy turret.
I don't know. Curse have been pretty happy with diving here, especially with Edward on the team now. and the Voyboy's got his Stand United ready. So if either Edward or St. Vicious just decide that someone on Dignitas, look at them wrong, there goes in Crumbs.
They get the push on the Jackie. There's the pull as well. Crumbs will fall down, and there's the re-engage. Leona wants this one to go, and KiwiKid's going to drop 2 for 1 so far. Reptium comes across, and Saint is going to tank up the enemy team as the turret starts going down. Saint still getting hit by Draven, just does not care. Turret's going to fall 2 to 1. Inhibitor in the mid also going to drop. This is so good for Curse right now.
Wow, Jackie just gets the initiation of a lifetime there. They're kicking him and pulling him into their own team. That's fine with Curse. You know, they don't even have to expend anything to get Jackie in the middle of everything, and they're going to have 4 members are plenty to clean up the rest of this Dignitas space.
And the push goes on for the 3rd inhibitor turret right now. Deathbringer coming out from St. Vicious for a little bit of attack damage. Won't quite get the Zenith Blade out from Edward, and Dignitas will get them out of the base, but they're losing more and more structures as time goes on.
Looking real grim right now for Dignitas. The cooldowns are all up there for Curse now, at least, I guess. We can give them that one. We spent so much time talking about that this entire game that it is back in their favor now.
All right, let's see if Dignitas can pull that counter engage, as they've got a 13,000 gold deficit, but definitely needs something to go on here. They are this close, and my fingers are close together. You can't see it, but they are. They are this close to losing the game out to Curse and bringing Curse their 2nd win of the split. It's been a tough road for them, but these guys are starting to look a lot better. Voyboy on the Shen, 4-1 and 14. You said it was not exactly his playstyle, but he's done a very, very good job with that champion. Doesn't need a hard carry, just needs to make the right choices. Now the call comes out for Baron. This could be just the last objective they need to close the game out.
Even though this is probably going to be a free Baron for Curse, I would say don't go for it. You don't have to go for it at all. You know, maybe Patoy will pull off some crazy hook grab and they would throw it. Okay, it doesn't happen. But still, that's pretty much the only area that you can throw the game at this point. They're so far ahead, they could have easily walked in to that top inhibitor and forced a free team fight. Now that they have Baron on top of it,
not much hope for Dignitas here. We're going to hope for a miracle, see if they can pull it out in Game 7. Game 8 really of the week, but it sounded right when I said it. Anyway, Curse are looking for this top lane. Why the heck not? An exposed inhibitor. The team, they're not even rushing for it. Voyboy's like happily killing the minions in mid lane, taking his time, making sure he's flanking around the team. The rest of the team comes up here, has an Oracle, still puts a pink ward down. Edward is really just trying to be aware of where Evelyn might be and where the flank might come from. The team is grouped up. They're going to be ready for this one.
You can see the discipline of Curse. They still are all buying pink wards. They had 3 of them on 3 different people's inventories over there, plus the Oracle. So they're still, even at the very last moments, trying to keep that vision up when they're playing against Eve. They're making good habits.
They are absolutely making good habits. What Vulcan said actually about their win yesterday over Curse is like, yeah, we're winning, but we want to make sure we use the rest of this game as practice, that we do everything by the book and correctly, and that's what's happening right here. That bottom inhibitor about to go down. It had respawn during that top lane siege. Could do by putting damage on a Void, but it might just not matter. There we go. All inhibs are gone. Only the Nexus and its 2 turrets remain. The siege still coming by. Hooks are not landing from Patoy. The pressure's still growing. The poke still coming in from Curse.
Let's see if Crumbs decides to kick a different member of Curse into the rest of the team here. It looks like it's going to be Scar going ham.
They go get the kill onto Jackie, not in the middle of the enemy team, but there comes Requiem. This could be rough. 1 and 2 have fallen so far. Will it be more? It's Saint underneath the turret. He might actually drop to the structure, but not quite. But it's a 3-for-1 fight so far, and now the turrets are going to start falling over. The rest of the team is around. That's going to be the game conceded at this point. Curse find their 2nd win of the split in great fashion here with globals and great play.
Good job by Curse getting right back on the horse, and a well-deserved victory right there. Great use of the global ultimates to turn around the early game and just make those ganks happen.
Absolutely great coordination by these guys. And this